Namoy!
It's Joinen, and welcome to the oddly specific posts. The posts where people post things that are oddly, so strangely specific, but they are funny. And boy, one of the ones near the end, the most hilarious. I haven't seen it yet, but people tell me one of the posts near the end, that's the one that's really gonna get you cackling in your dacklins. They're your pants. Your dacklins. Asparagus grows like it's trying to prank some idiot into thinking this is how asparagus grows. That is so true. I had no idea. Wait. Am I being pranked? Am I being the idiot? Am I the idiot being pranked into thinking that's how asparagus grows? Because surely not, right? Look at that. It grows like it's bamboo. No, that's legit. I don't know how I thought asparagus grew, but I didn't assume it would be like that. The next Call of Duty should be a realistic RPG that starts with you working at Little Caesars and an army recruiter lies to you at the mall. You want to live your dreams? Have you got interests? That's what the ads are like in Australia, where they're trying to get you on the things, on the enrollings. Do you have an interest? Yeah, the army's the place for you. Come to the army and do your interest. Sign up now. Unpopular opinion. The best thing young people can do early in their careers is to abandon their identity and start over in a coastal New England town as a mysterious but beloved local bartender. Okay. No, I'll go there. I'll go there. I'll do the thing. People be wondering, oh, what's his accent? Where's he from? What does he do? Why does he say "Namoy" every time we walk into the bar?
Namoy!
The dream? I've always said it. If I had to live in a medieval time, I feel like bartender, innkeeper, that would be the job for me. I could sit there, I could listen to people's tales, but I could also tell them myself. And I could be like, what are you having? And I could go and get it for them. I can do that. It sounds like fun, hanging out, just seeing all the new folk, tavern wench. No. I'd be running the show.
As a bartender, I think you have a very wrong view about the job.
Yeah, but you're not a medieval bartender now, are you? Look, I don't know, but I feel like I do know. You're not a medieval bartender. There's something satisfyingly romantic about being a medieval bartender, and you can't convince me otherwise. I want Teddy Cruz and Vin Diesel to do a buddy cop movie where they are both secret nerds, but they don't want the other to know. Like Vin Diesel plays D&D on weekends, and Terry likes to create epic crossover fan art. Somehow they have to work undercover at Comic-Con, and for whatever reason, I need Daniel Radcliffe to be the villain. I'd like to add, not a character played by Daniel Radcliffe appearing as himself. No, wait, Elijah Wood to play Daniel Radcliffe. Elijah Wood plays Daniel Radcliffe, and his evil sidekick is Elijah Wood, played by Daniel Radcliffe. What? I can see it though. I can see it. Isn't Terry Crews already a little bit of a nerd? I thought that was like common knowledge, but I guess that means it suits. Oh, so when other people call their pets fur baby, it's fine, but when I call a kid a skin dog, somehow I'm disgusting and the worst pediatrician in the hospital. Yes, if you just want to bring your skin dog in next week, it's fair baby, a skin dog. Vin Diesel playing D&D would be epic. You don't need to roll a 9 when you're family. Sorry, I keep forgetting to bring the thing up. I hate when dates just talk about boring work stuff like passwords and guard rotations at the research facility you work at. That's just a classic joke. That's just a good one. Can go down as a classic good one. Never stop dating your wife. Pick her up in your 1997 Mercury Sable. Take her to TGI Fridays. Hold in a nervous fart during Wall-E. Never stop dating your wife. What? All right. Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't have a wife, but I will. I'll take that in. I'll I'll remember to hold in my fart during Wall-E. This man knows how to treat her right. That's the good stuff. Oh, that's cute. Oh, holding in a fart during Wall-E. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Every city has a guy they all know about. You can visit a friend in their town and see a man dressed in robes riding a horse, and your friend will go, "Oh yeah, that's horseback Jesus." And then that's just the end of the explanation. True though. We got Drummer Man in Melbourne. He just bangs on pots and pans and buckets and stuff, and he just has a whole show about it. There's that guy. We've also got Santa Claus guy who drives around at Christmas. His car's got like 6 wheels, and he's dressed as Santa Claus, and he's ringing a bell out the window. I actually saw Santa Claus guy drive past me the other day during not Christmas time, and he was in his 6-wheeler car, but he wasn't dressed up as Santa Claus, and frankly, it ruined the illusion. Your blood relations are just your suggested pre-generated party members, but it's perfectly okay to ditch as many of them as you like and craft an entire party of lizard folk pyromancers instead of whatever suits you. Now this guy would get along with Vin Diesel. You make your own family. That's how he talks now. You make your own family. If my name ain't Vinny D. Your place has just got some bloke playing guitar outside Woolies. If that wasn't me when I was a teen. That's how I used to make my money. Bought my first YouTube camera off the back of playing a guitar outside of Woolies. I'd give you some shillings. You know, one girl gave me her number once. And that's something I'll take to my grave. Not the number. I lost that long ago. But just the fact that someone gave me their number, you know, you can't get confidence like that from anywhere else in life. That girl grew up to be Vin Diesel. You're gonna shoozle your pants on your way to work next Thursday. Yeah, we need fortune cookies to be a little bit more like this. No way, they always have to be so vague about it. You will find good fortune where you least expect it. Remember, every rock that is left unturned could have a big, juicy, yummy grub underneath it. And you don't know that they're yummy unless you try. That's actually not something that would pop up on a fortune cookie, but it should. What if you put your fingers in a girl's mouth to be sexy and she just made a really loud whistle with them that called a horse over? Roach appears. Whoa there. Whoa boy. That's not sexy? What? Calling a horse over on command is not sexy? I think you've got a twisted idea of what sexy really is. I think any man would be wildly impressed by that. I certainly would. Randomly materializes out a murder of crows with a Slurpee in my hand. Hey guys, what's up? All right, I see. I just had to paint the picture in my head. 40 bats coalescing into an approximate human form, holding a gateway. Not much. How about you? 5 wolves make their presence known with a piercing howl before joining in the circle. They clutter together and take the form of a human with an iced coffee. Sup emerges from the back of the Dairy Queen to take out the garbage. My boss said y'all aren't allowed to hang out back here. Tumblr is such a strange place. There's like these spontaneous role plays that go on. I swear I'm the only person alive who respects when people are sleeping. Literally nobody else gives a shamboozle. They'll blast music, turn lights on, decide to watch a movie on my bed, start the lawnmower. Like, how did you even get this lawnmower in my room and why? Dude, this is so true. This is so true. Why does no one care, especially in the confines of just reasonable sleeping hours? You know, when people are sleeping, I'm like full on thief in a cartoon mode, prancing around on my tippy toes. When I'm sleeping, heavy sleeper gang, rise up. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe most people are just like moderate to heavy sleepers, so they don't really think about it. I get woken up at literally anything. It could be anything. It could be someone looking at me And I'll be like, can you look a little quieter, please? Imagine pulling a 14-hour shift at the Tesla factory, coming home, turning on the TV, and your boss is on the telly, pretending to be an Italian cartoon character on trial for murder. That's funny. The only thing I take a little bit of offense to there is the fact that we just called Wario a cartoon character. Ah, yes, Wario from the hit classic animated Mario film of 1997. Library return. Notice. Please yell, "Not a squirrel," when opening book drop, so we know you are a human and not a squirrel trying to steal Keith's lunch. Joke's on you, because now you've taught the squirrels the one lesson. The only piece of information they needed to be able to get Keith's lunch. Don't call yourself cool unless you were outcasted all your life and still grew to be developed and likable by all people, but still seclude yourself from groups because the early stages of your life really trained your perspective of others and it has stuck with you all your life. I was just trying to make sense of what I just read. Are people going to be in the chat saying, yeah, I feel that? I feel like we're going to get like a 50-50 in the chat being like, yes, so true. And then half the people being like, I don't understand. We aren't gatekeeping confidence, are we? I don't actually even understand the angle. So I don't know. Where's the grammar? I think that's the point. I think it's supposed to be part of the joke that it's a run-on sentence, but it just makes me not understand. Good news, everyone. Prancer, the 13-pound gremlin chihuahua who hates men and children, and was described as a vessel for a traumatized Victorian child, has been adopted by a 36-year-old single lesbian in Connecticut. A vessel for a traumatized Victorian child. I've been reading so many of these. My brain my brain just jumped to the idea that the Chihuahua was 36 years old, which would have had to be some sort of record. All's well that ends well. Some good news. Finally! Some good news. Kidnapper hits me across the face. Nobody's ever gonna find you. Duolingo owl busts through the door and shoots the kidnapper. Holy shizzle manoozle, you saved me. Owl, you've got more Spanish to learn. You'll die when I say you can die. Duolingo. Always looking out for me and my random Japanese vocabulary. How messed up would it be if you jumped in a ball pit and it was just tomatoes painted different colors? Mr. Beast in the background. Write that down, write that down. Sounds fun, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'd jump in that ball pit. While it's still fresh, I'd want to be like one of the first 2 or 3 people to jump in the ball pit. I don't want to be after the 15th. At this point, it's messy, it's mushy. The sun's warmed it up a little bit. It's getting a little bit too close to body temperature for it to really feel that nice or comfortable. I want to jump into that tomato pit straight off the bat while it's still fresh and chilled. Now we're talking. I'd pay for that. Ew, him going into it made it way worse. I was trying to explain how it'd be good. My ideal date. Cue the music. You release me into the wild to hunt me for sport on your remote island, but I'm not very good at hiding, so you find me within 20 minutes. You hold the gun to my face, but there is something so earnest in my eyes and hands that you cannot carry through. You pick me up and carry me back to your mansion. I am so polite and charming that you nurse me back to health. You grow to love and trust me despite the fact you're holding me hostage after I fell off a charter vessel bound for Brazil. You buy me new clothes and have them shipped to the island. I kiss you good morning every day. You propose marriage. I accept. We Skype at priest and get married with the butler as our witness. That night, I kill you and the butler. I redistribute your wealth. I live in the mansion on the abandoned island for the rest of my days. I study snail ecology. I never remarry. You are the love of my life, but you are too dangerous and evil to live. To love? Live? Both, I guess. I am buried next to you. The tides eventually wash our bodies away into the depths of the ocean together. I'd go to like an Olive Garden. Fan fiction be like. That's so elaborate. It's quite romantic. You could so turn that into a big, long novel that my mum would probably read. That really is a fanfic plot, and for some reason, Jackson Wang would be there. I don't know who Jackson Wang is, but I, for the other day, attempted to read my first ever piece of fanfiction, aside from what I've read on the channel about Logan Paul and what else was there? Me and the 7-second riddles puppet. When we were alone, I told him that I'd always been attracted to him. He told me that he had feelings for me, and the next thing I knew, we were kissing. Aside from that, I attempted to read my first piece of fanfiction the other day, which was just someone wrote out like a script for like what would be a crossover episode between Psych and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I was like, that sounds amazing. I want to read that, and it started off okay, and then I just had to give it up because it just felt a little bit, the person didn't quite capture the essence of the characters, and it was just a little bit like, okay. If someone wrote that well, then it would be fun to read. No, not that kind of fan fiction. Just straight up, your regular, someone wants to imagine what it would be like to have a crossover episode that never happened. That's it. Although, to be fair, I didn't read the whole thing. A Psych / Brooklyn Nine-Nine crossover would sound amazing, though. It would work so perfectly well because they're both police departments and there's just some crossover for some reason where there's like some shared jurisdiction or something and they need to work together. And then you've got Sean mixing with Jake, and it's just like it would be good. Is this the equivalent of all those people ranting about Goku beating Naruto? Crossover content for TV shows? What's the equivalent though? Like, who is the better detective? Because the answer to both of those questions is completely obvious. Sean and Goku would win. Nah, Sean and Gus would destroy Goku. What do you mean? Okay, no. Now we're talking. when you give a bunch of tourists fake directions as a prank, and then you see them on the news missing. I'm sorry. You want to run that by me again? Because this is not as relatable as you make it sound like it is. This is not a classic situation we've all been in before. Me as a child walks into the kitchen covered in my own blood, holding a rabbit I fought from a hawk. My mum on the phone mouthing, I'm on the phone. Not now. That one's weirdly wholesome, despite the contents. Anyway, let me know your oddly specific moments down in the comments below. Follow me on Twitch. We do film these live. And get some of the Lemon Carton merch. It has been extended. It's hanging around just for a little bit. It will be going away at some point. But you can still get it. Goodbye.